It's the 3 on PLAXtv.
Yeah. What's good, YouTube? Welcome to another episode of the 3 on PLAXtv. And in this episode, I'm discussing the Memphis Grizzlies. Now, if you've watched the RP podcast, or if I believe I've talked about them on the 3. I'm not 100% sure, but if you've watched the RP podcast, you know I do not like the Memphis Grizzlies at all. And it's not because of how they play. It's their personalities. I do not like the Memphis Grizzlies at all. But it wasn't always like that. I want to say like 2 years ago, I liked the Grizzlies because I was like, this is a young team and they coming. They coming for it. They got a young superstar in John Morant. They got a defensive big in Jaren Jackson. They got some shooters around them in Desmond Bane and Dylan Brooks who play both sides of the ball. They bench ain't bad. They got Tyus Jones who's very efficient. They got Brandon Clark who's very athletic and plays hard. They got Steven Adams who's a great rebounder and defender. And just a solid big just to have. And I liked them. I really did. Like I can't front it all. I just was like, and they exciting. John Morant is exciting. You could tell that they really cared about each other and loved each other, and they were friends. And I thought all of that was good until the stupidity and the shenanigans started happening. That's when I started to feel a bit of a disdain towards them, and it just kept escalating. It just kept getting worse and worse. Trying to fight Shannon Sharp, talking shit just in general to like teams and trying to fight even though y'all know y'all not built like that. Saying I'm fine in the West. Dylan Brooks in the LeBron situation. How do you talk shit? I said this to my friends. How do you talk shit? Don't do anything useful for your team. Lose to the lesser seed that you just were talking shit about. Get your ass whooped by the player you was talking shit about. Did I say lose already? Lose the series and don't even have the heart enough to talk to the press after you put your fucking foot in your mouth like an idiot. Then it's just a multitude of things. Like Dylan Brooks, like specifically, didn't do shit the entire Lakers series. They were leaving him open. They had to take him out and put Luke Kennard in. Now, I like Luke Kennard. He's a great shooter, but come on. They had to take Dylan Brooks out and put Luke Kennard in because they was leaving him open. And I watched him. He was missing wide open threes. They was leaving him. Gave him the Russell Westbrook treatment. Pure disrespect, which he deserved because he was disrespecting LeBron James, if not the greatest player, the second greatest player to ever play basketball. But he's old, right? He's old. We'll make him go left. It's funny enough, too. The game winner LeBron got in like one of them games, he went left. It's just like in jog trying to be gangster, which I never understand from young people and people around my age. I just don't get it. I know some of y'all are probably gonna be like, oh, you just a lame and you not about it and all that stuff. And I'm not. I am a lame and I'm not about it at all. I'm not no killer. I don't sell drugs. I'm not cool. I don't tote tools. I don't do none of that shit because I don't want to, because I think it's stupid. I'm sorry. And for all my guys that do that, no offense, but I just think it's a waste of time. Especially for a black man in America. Maybe white boys could get away with that dumb shit. But as a black man in America, I just think it's stupid because you're setting yourself up for failure. We already set up for failure. Just being black men in America. Don't give them shit to use against you is what I'm saying. And for Ja Morant specifically, and that's just for regular guys. I just feel like you shouldn't do that. Like live that type of life if you don't have to, which I don't think you have to because I lived in the hood and I don't do that. You see what I'm saying? But that's a separate conversation. But for Ja Morant specifically, nigga, you're in the NBA. You're not in the hood anymore. I could argue you've never really been in the hood. I don't know. I don't know where Ja's from. I don't know where he's from. But what I do know is Clarence lived in a home with both parents. And Clarence's parents had a real good marriage. And he went to Cranebrook. It's a private school. All of that stuff that Eminem rapped to Papa Doc applies to Demetrius, Ja Morant. You had both your parents, a nice family. Your dad was devoted to helping you get to the NBA. He made obstacle courses for you. He trained with you every day. You were on the AAU circuit. You went to private schools. Ja, come on. Come on, man. All this gun shit. And I blame NBA Youngboy and all those motherfuckers because they making that seem like it's cool. And you got young niggas. And I found out Ja got a kid. What the fuck, bro? What are you doing? Kids age you 10 years. So I can't even, before I was like, okay, he a younger dude. And a lot of young guys just think that's cool and they act like that or whatever. And some, not saying some guys really just live that life. Don't get me wrong. But for the posers, basically, they think it's cool. They see their friends doing it. Or they see it on TV, so they want to be like that. Ja, you got a kid, and you 23, 24. So with a kid, you're 34, 33, 34. What the fuck are you doing? Pulling out guns on people. Where are your security guards at? Where the fuck is your security guards at? If it's a problem like that. And then, we talked about it on the R&P podcast. The dumb nigga pulled the gun out on a top high school recruit. It's not even some nigga on the street that was trying to fight you. It was a top high school recruit. A 17-year-old. So you know who dude is. There's no amount of talking shit that a top high school recruit that's probably going to be in the NBA like I am can really say to me that's going to make me pull out a gun on him. I know they said, the kid said, oh, I'll be right back. And Ja's first response was, well, I'm not going to let the nigga leave. And I get that. But it's a kid. And you got security guards. I would hope you got. If you don't, you should have some. At the Pacers game, I don't know how true this is. This could be just a rumor. But at the Pacers game, a car with who allegedly had Ja Morant in it, aiming beams at the Pacers players. Why? You understand this? The NBA is not the hood. The Grizzlies, the Memphis Grizzlies organization is not a gang. Guys, Dylan, Ja. It's not a gang. It's not. It's an organization. It's a business. It's a place of business that you motherfuckers work for. It's just, it's disgusting. It really is. It's disgusting and it's annoying because it don't have to be that way. And the title of this video, I want to get into that. I just wanted to explain some of the dumb shit. It's more stuff too, but it's late. It's not late. It's early in the morning. I got to get Shiley ready for school soon, but I want to like the Memphis Grizzlies because I did like the Memphis Grizzlies. Like I said before, they're a young team. They're exciting. They're brash. Even without the stupid shit, they're brash. Like they got that bravado about them. That little dance they do, I put the clip in, the little dance they do. I like that song. I downloaded the song that Dylan Brooks do. All of that is cool, and I would love to see them succeed if they weren't so fucking stupid. I poke bears. I don't respect nobody unless they give me 40. Dylan, you've never even smelled 40 in the league. Maybe in high school and college, maybe. Not even college, because I don't remember you doing that in college either. But in high school, you might have got 40 at some point. But since college, you haven't even smelled 40. Your career high is probably like what, like 30, 25? Shut the fuck up. I poke bears. Why? Hunters don't do that. And the bear you poking is, again, probably arguably one of the greatest bears to ever bear, ever. But go ahead, poke him, you average motherfucker. Go ahead. I want to like them so bad. They little dance is infectious. They're an exciting team. You want to believe in them. You want them to win because they are the future. But with them being the future, with how they act off the court, the future seems grim. It's different with Ja specifically. It's different when you really came from that. Like Steven Jackson, Matt Barnes, Derrick Rose, John Wall. Guys like that, that's really like from the hood, like really lived that life or could have. I'm not bringing up nobody cases. I'm just saying, niggas that I know, Russell Westbrook, niggas that I know have a history of some sort. They don't even act like that. Derrick Rose is a quiet gentleman in front of the TV, but like on national TV and stuff like that. But from what I've heard, Derrick Rose will kill you. For that, I'm not trying to be Vlad. I'm not trying to be Vlad. I'm just saying, motherfuckers that's really like that don't act like that. You might see a gang sign here and there after a good game, but realistically, they chilling. Russell Westbrook do fashion and shit. Derrick Rose is quiet. He just happy to be in the league, man. John Wall chilling. He not in the league no more, but when he was, Steven Jackson and Matt Barnes got a podcast, a very successful podcast, by the way. Matt Barnes be on NBA TV and shit. And TNT and all that. ESPN. Jalen Rose. One of the most popular guys on ESPN. Analysts on ESPN. And had a great career. He wasn't the greatest player ever, but he was in the league for a while. And he parlayed that into an analyst job. But not you niggas. Not you AU niggas. Y'all gotta... They go, no, I'm from... Shit is dumb. This shit is dumb. And Dylan Brooks, I found out Dylan Brooks is from Canada. That makes it even worse. That you just... God. Like I said, I want to like Memphis. They have all the tools for me to like them. A superstar in John Morant. A defensive player in the year now in Jaren Jackson Jr. 3-and-D guys guys who's supposed to be 3-and-D guys, Dylan Brooks and Desmond Bain. The only person that was doing shit was Desmond Bain. And the other one is just talking shit and not backing up the shit he's talking. So that's a whole other thing. They bench is decent. Like, they're set up to be a good team. They're set up to be loved. And I like certain aspects, like, again, the song, the little group dance they do. That's all that shit is cool. And as a kid, I would have liked that stuff. That's how I try to look at stuff. What are the kids thinking of this? I would have loved that. A team that come out to like this cool ass song with a nice beat. This shit is fire, bro. This shit is fire. I can't front. It's fire. Bro, that shit is fire. That shit is fire. If I give Dylan Brooks anything, it's that. But man, like, they ruin it by poking bears and toting tools and trying to be gangsters. And their coach even said it. We have off the court and on the court immaturity issues that we need to address and be honest about before we can do anything. Yeah, we the second seed every year. But that's the regular season don't matter if you ain't winning no championship. You can win every game. If you don't win the championship, it's a good seed. Well, let me rephrase. Like if Sacramento was the first seed next year and they got knocked in the second or third round, or the second or the conference final, for them, that's fine. But if for 3 or 4 years you a top 3 seed and you get knocked out in the first, second round and you not making nothing happen, that shit, it stopped mattering after a while. We don't care if you went 82-0. Yeah, that's historic or whatever, but you fucking lost and you didn't even make it to the finals. Maybe if you make it to the finals, it's fine. But shit, you can ask the Warriors. They were 73-9, made it to the finals and lost. They don't even care about that shit. That's the Warriors. So, I hope Ja and the Grizzlies figure it out. Dylan Brooks, as far as I understand, I mean, I don't know if a team gonna pick him up or not. Maybe they will. I don't know if Memphis gonna re-sign him or not. Maybe they will. Maybe if Ja speak up for him, maybe they'll keep him. But shit, I don't even know if Ja got too much room to make decisions like that. Nigga, you in trouble with the law. So, if they come back with the team that they have with Dylan Brooks and Ja Morant and, you know, Desmond Bain, Jaren Jackson, Adams, all of them. Oh, I forgot. Steven Adams. I'm going to end the video. I'm sorry, y'all. This is more of a rant video. Steven Adams was the nicest guy in the NBA. Even he's bought into the shenanigans. He's about to fight Shannon. He be about to fight now. I'll be shocked. I'll be like, Steven. I'll be like, Steven, what are you doing, buddy? Relax. Steven Adams was the guy breaking up fights. Now he's in it. He's in the fray. He's starting that shit sometimes. That's just crazy to me. But, I mean, if they could turn it around attitude-wise and maturity-wise, the sky's the limit for them niggas. But if they gonna keep acting like this, I hope they don't even make the playoffs, to be real. That's just me, because I don't think that's good for the NBA. I don't think that's good for basketball. And I don't think that's good for young black kids to see, to be completely honest with you. We already got all that on TV and music and stuff like that. To add on that your favorite NBA players are acting that way as well, it's just a bad look to me. And to all my actual gangsters out there, no disrespect. I just think it's a better way to go about life. I have said, though, if this YouTube shit don't work, then I will become a criminal. But that's more of a joke. It's like 83% a joke. All right, y'all. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think of the Memphis Grizzlies in the comments down below. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe, make sure you ding that notification bell so you know every time I drop a video. And most of all, YouTube. I love you guys. Peace.
It's the 3 on PLAXtv.